Ice Cube is the real inspiration. I'm gonna say a lot of inspiration behind Master P and the whole No Limit movement. Cause Cube may not even know this, but when I worked in Houston in 1990, P would come to the radio station. Nobody really would mess with him because they didn't really understand what he was doing. But P had a song called "The Jack of the Jackers" that was like jacking for beats, and I still had the demo. I used to play it on Magic, and man, a lot of people don't know how many people you've influenced in this game.
Man, that's a blessing because a lot of people influence me, in the game, and that's how it is. When you do something cool, it inspires the next artist, might inspire the next generation, might inspire people that's older than you. So being able to create and put it out on a high level, and people have really responded in a great way throughout my career.
At what age did you figure out that you had this amazing pen?
About the fifth grade. I had a teacher named Miss Prentice, and she had us write down our vacation, what we went through, and mine was so good she put it in the little school newsletter, and I kept looking at it, like, damn, that's my name. Everybody know I wrote that, and
you got your credits.
Yeah, and then from there they asked me to write a speech for my elementary graduation, and to deliver the speech to the graduating class, my class, and so I did that, and I got a good response. So from there I knew I could not only write it, but I can recite it.
From the days of NWA, everybody watched the movie, but just living in that area, in that era, and DJing in that era, I can remember working in Mobile and leaving Mobile, going to Houston in 1990. And that album was just so much. It was just so crazy. Like, I listened to that album every day. And when they finally put out like the promotional stuff, I think I might have been the first DJ in the world to play Once Upon a Time in the Projects. The first DJ in the world to clean up no Vaseline with a razor blade.
Wow.
On the
with
computer.
A razor blade.
Yeah, we had to do that on razor blades.
Yeah, OG, yeah.
And then
tape.
And then this crazy day came right after I moved to Houston. Captain Jack and Big Steve brought Ice Cube and Yo-Yo to the Palladium, 5900 North Freeway. I still have the pictures. 5900 North Freeway, and that was the day we finally got a chance to meet.
Yeah, man. Damn. Man, Captain Jack used to be real cool and always brought us to town and, always treated us right. It was real cool.
But that NWA era was just so important, though. To back up just a little bit, that NWA era was just like, you guys were the internet before the internet. The NWA and Too Short was like the internet before the internet. Well, I guess say NWA, Too Short, Boogie Down Productions, and then some of the other underground New York artists, and some of the LA artists too, like the World Class Wrecking Crew with Dr. Dre and all them when they were doing the breakdancing music. But for the street music, the music that we really gravitated to for so long, like NWA was so important in what you guys was doing with the movement, because most of this music was never on the radio.
Yeah. And we expected to be straight underground artists. We never thought we was gonna get on the radio. We just was cool with being locals, you know what I mean? Being just, if they liked us in Compton, Watts, and South Central, we was like, that was fine with us, because we didn't expect everybody to be going through what we was going through. And then when we put the records out and the response from the whole country, we was like, damn, it's a lot of people going through exactly what we going through. And now, this is their anthem. They feeling what we saying, because nobody giving it to them like this. Everybody is, not sugarcoating it, but
it was just commercial. It was commercial.
Yeah, not really being raw. And we, so it was a surprise to us because we had expected to be straight underground artists, and here we are, causing controversy on
Worldwide
on the
superstars.
main street level, in the mainstream level. And we had to go out and defend the music and defend, why we was coming from this angle. And we had government agencies and all kind of committees and people and Congress people coming after us to shut it down.
Wow. Now, also during this time period, there was a whole little Dr. DJ crew. You had Dr. Dre, Dr. Rock, all those guys. And a lot of people don't know this, but Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, NWA, in those early days, spent a lot of time in Dallas with DOC and with Dr. Rock. It actually started with going to the skating rinks in Dallas with Dr. Rock.
Yeah, Dre really was, when he was with the Wrecking Crew, I think he was he was influenced a lot by Dr. Rock. And then, he came back one time after visiting Dallas and was like, man, I found this incredible MC out there. I'm gonna fly him out. And I was like, who is it? What's his name? He said, Doc. I'm like, what's up with all you doctors? Y'all motherfuckers getting together. Excuse me. Y'all getting together and y'all coming up with a crew almost. And he was like, nah, I'm gonna work with this young artist, DOC. And it was so cool when we met. He was just the coolest dude on earth. If you meet DOC, he ain't never changed. Yeah, I forgot the Feeling Fresh crew. He ain't never changed, and just getting a chance to see how he worked and his pen game. He kept us all sharp too. It's like everybody give me a lot of credit and Ren, but DOC was there, and we knew he was ferocious. And if we didn't get it right, he would.
He's been Dr. Dre's Batman forever.
Man,
People
he's
don't know about Erotic D, where the whole Aftermath sound really came from Fort Worth.
Yeah, DOC is a pillar in hip hop. Without him, I don't think you get a fully developed Eazy-E, because I wrote songs, but I was writing for myself too, so it was only so much I could do. And then he was writing songs for Eazy, and he was writing his own songs. So between us two, Ren jumping in there, Dre jumping in there, we Eazy became a superstar.
A superstar.
Yeah, super. Like he was on the next level, and then we were trying to now make a name for ourselves, and so DOC is a huge part of the NWA
chemistry
story. Yeah, chemistry for sure.
Speaking of Eazy-E, in your opinion, I don't think he gets his credit for this, but Eazy-E's radio cover, in my eyes, is responsible for the Jordan 3 becoming what it became in the hip hop community.
Yeah, I had to salute that. I remember when he bought them. He was in the mall, and Eazy would buy. This was before records, because he had cash before we all had money. So he would just buy a lot of stuff. He would be just shopping bags. That's all you saw was shopping bags. And, he'd buy 5 pair of shoes at a time. He grabs these Jordans. I'm like, oh. He's like, man, I'm rocking these on the cover. He actually had the Jordan suit.
Yeah, the suit.
Has the whole suit, and rocked it on the cover of his album. And, it's just a plain blue album with him kneeling down in a few different ways in that suit. But them shoes is
radio.
Yeah, it's blast.
And Compton's in the House remix was on the B side of the cassette.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite MWA songs too. That remix was crazy.
I mean, Dre and Ren, they had a chemistry. You know, when they rap together, they damn near sound like one person.
But that beat was actually, I could hear a lot of influence in that beat from EPMD's You a
Oh
Customer.
yeah, that's straight You a Customer, but just redid, you know, West Coast way, but straight You a Customer beat for sure.
Now, speaking of music, there's a whole, you've been around the world. I mean, movies, TV, music, the movie production company. We all gonna get another Fridays. I can feel it. I can feel it in the room right now. Before anybody, I know everybody asks that question on every interview, but the new album that we're talking about today,
Yeah, Man Down.
Man Down. I heard the single, the remix is crazy.
Oh, thank you.
Killer Mike did his thing.
Oh man, he
Busta Rhymes killed it.
Yeah, and salute to them. You know, they pay homage to me, and you know, that was a pleasant surprise. You know, I didn't tell them to do it. I didn't know they was gonna do it. So, you know, I felt I felt good about that.
How you feeling about the whole body of work?
Quintessential Ice Cube. You know, if you a day one fan, you know, I got day 2 fans and day 3 fans.
Day 4, 5,
day
and
4
6.
fans, you know. I believe you're gonna like the record because I sound like me. You know, I'm not reaching, I'm not doing nothing I ain't supposed to do. I'm you know, it's the West Coast grooves. You know, it's kinda like when you think about Ice Cube, think about the West Coast, and that's how does music make you feel. You know, it's bangers though. I got producers from all over the country.
Everywhere. DJ
Yeah.
Funky is part of the
DJ
project.
Funky is, you know, he helped A&R the project. And
My boy Dorian.
oh man, we have Zaytoven on it. You know what I'm saying? It's just we got my man David Banner did some tracks for me. T-Mix got some great tracks on there.
T-Mix is incredible.
Yeah, man, he's you know, he's our hidden secret, you know what I mean?
You know, he lived with me for a long time.
I mean, he's the best. You know, he's like one of the most humble but super talented dudes. And you know, dudes like EA Ski, Northern Bay Area dudes like Decades, you know, all of them came through. Big Von helped us with a few things, you know. So it's been a great project to do, you know, getting music from all over the country.
Now we getting ready for the release date.
Yep. Can't wait, you know, November 22nd. And I'm satisfied, you know, at this point in my career, it's really all about if I like it, it's good enough. And that's how an artist should think.
A true artist.
A true artist, you know, he paints his picture, he put it on the wall, and he gone.
If you like it, you like it.
If you don't, that's your problem. So,
how many people in the world? How many people in the United States?
oh man, too many to count.
Everybody don't have to like it.
No, not at all. And it's not for everybody. You know, this is, you know, for people who've been there and people who want to go there. Yeah.
So the album is on the way. Is there going to be a tour?
Yeah, it definitely going to be a tour. You know, we're going to do a lot of visuals for this album and give people, you know, the full, you know, scope of the vision. And I want to put together a major production tour. It's time. You know, I done did a lot of grip it and rip it tours, you know, where I just come out and grab the mic and get down. But now it's time to do the major production like I've done before, you know, like Up in Smoke tour and other things I've done.
So much history.
Man, it's like 4 decades, dude.
A lot of history.
Yeah.
Man, it was so heartbreaking, man, to lose Crazy Tunes. Man, he was so important to us.
Yeah, I still think about him a lot. He's just, you know, the best dude who was always there for you. You know,
Always.
A lot of people might not have been there for him, but he was always there for you. And
he wasn't into the hype. He wasn't into the credit. He wasn't into the attention.
just the music.
Just the music, the business.
And, you know, upholding our standards, you know, on the West Coast. And you need guardrails, you know, you need people like Greg Street to
No,
uphold the standards.
you know who he really, really reminds me of? And you're going to agree with this 1,000,000%. DJ Funky.
Yeah, funky, same way.
They act the same. They have the same mannerisms and everything.
And yeah, and a pure dude, you know, and good for your soul when you see him. You know, DJ Funky is a good dude. He did everything he could to help me with this project. You know, flying out, meeting people, getting people into the studio. You know, he helped us put together a record with Corrupt, and you know, just hitting me with a lot of music from different producers that he worked with, and seeing what I feel. You know, and you know, I think he hit me with at least 30 tracks.
Wow.
From all over the place, and so. You know, as a dude that's been in the game for a long time, you know, and I'm doing a lot of things, it's only so much bandwidth. So sometimes you might miss somebody out there that's hot. And you need a DJ Funky, you need a Tony Draper, you need a Big Von, you need people to, you know, keep lacing you and finding new producers and new sounds and saying, man, you should do a record with this dude or that dude and get some beats for you. And so, you know, I'm very appreciative.
Well, you know, like for us, the people that you named, Draper, Von, Funky, myself, we can actually hear music sometimes and imagine different people on those tracks, because a lot of producers actually try to make records for artists based off of what they've already done.
Yeah.
And you have the trick is to understand and be able to hear the future. Like, I'm not trying to make another Today Is a Good Day. I'm not trying to make another No Vaseline, but this right here could be the next level. This the next one.
Yeah. And you know, it takes curators, takes people who understand the music on a, you know, multi level, you know, almost on a 3, 4, 5 dimensional level to understand who would sound good on what today.
Today.
Yeah, today. And so I think any OG artist that's out there in the game, they need people to lace them with tracks and to show like, yo, you know, try it on this, try it on that. Because, you know, a lot of artists get stuck in their ways. You know, they've had a lot of success, so.
And they don't listen.
They usually want to do it the same way.
Yep. As we get ready to wrap this up, we getting ready for the new album. Of course, look for that. It's a classic. If you're an Ice Cube fan from back in the day, if you're an NWA fan, if you're a Fridays movie fan, if you're just a O'Shea Jackson fan, period, you got to stream the album, download it. I know you're going to have some crazy merch. You're going to have some stuff out on the Big 3 tour.
Yeah, Big 3. You know, we'll be back this summer. We selling teams, so now teams are going to represent cities and grow the league and keep it popping. You know, keep having fun in the summer when the NBA is done and waiting for the NFL. You got the Big 3 to look forward to.
The Big 3, Ice Cube, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot of histories. Like my brother, he always answers the phone. He doesn't change his phone number. But I never told you this on a public platform. I really appreciate it. I did a deal with Def Jam, and I actually did a remix to Jay-Z's 30-something. Most people have never heard this. I think DJ Drama may leaked the verse on a mixtape, but it's actually, I did it for my album, and it was Ice Cube and Andre 3000 on the 30-something remix. Jay claimed he didn't like Andre's verse. He wanted Dre to do another verse. And we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
And the verse was crazy.
Man, you know, when does Andre 3000 do a verse that's not crazy?
And when does Andre 3000 do a verse and I send him the beat and tell him my idea and he sends it back within 24 hours?
Yeah. You know, that's how much love we got for you, man, because you've always, you know, gave us your energy, your audience. And the thing is, you know, we know not to come around unless we got something that's right. Cause you gonna tell us, hey man,
No, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
That ain't it, my boy.
Come back with it, and that's cool. That's what we need. You know, we need those. Like I said, we need those guardrails and those, you know, pillars.
It's honesty.
Yeah, and people who trying to help you. You know,
and if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm gonna admit it.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, we ain't always right, but we always try to do right.
It's My Ego. Ice Cube here at V103, Odyssey exclusive. Congratulations. Shout out to my dog brother Ron. Shouts to Kibo, my Red Breed brother, the whole family, Tony Draper, man, Dub C. I didn't even get into our Mad Circle story. I still got Coolio's jersey too.
Oh man, yeah.
Coolio gave me the jersey.
And Mad Circle group was something. It was something.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
You remember the intro they did for me with the Magic Mike was big in the South at the time, and they did a West Coast beat and screwed it down and made it like a Magic Mike beat, and did a Greg Street intro for my show in Houston.
It's incredible, man. You know, Dub C, my partner in crime, man. Well, you know, I do anything for my guy. You know, he's always there for me. I'm always there for him. We've been knowing each other since we was, 10, 11 years old. Play football against each other.
Shot marbles together.
All that, ride bikes, and rapped against each other. And then, once we became, professionals, start doing records, it was all about helping each other get to the next level.
Lynch Mob, Ice Cube, yay.
Yay.